Hey everybody, hope everybody's doing well. My name is Alex and I'm the sales manager here at Fortress Power. And welcome to Fortress Power's virtual NABCEP conference booth. Before we begin, I do want to thank NABCEP for hosting this quick event here. We're very glad to be a part of it. Fortress Power, we're a lithium battery provider based outside of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We were founded by a group of solar veterans and seasoned renewable energy professionals, which has now grown 300% annually, and we are shipping products all over the world. We are very proud to be a manufacturer of high-performance lithium battery storage products, which are designed, engineered, and inventoried, along with our live technical support, all coming from the United States. We provide storage options that range from 5 kilowatt hours to 200 kilowatt hours in our 48 volts. Our main options, the eVault 18.5 and the eFlex 5.4, can be used for your typical applications. So, for example, time-of-use applications, off-grid, self-use, and then emergency power. First, I'd like to introduce our eVault, seen here to my right. This is an 18.5 kilowatt hour battery, total capacity. This can be stacked up to 12 or 200 kilowatt hours, has local monitoring on the LCD display seen here, and is very easy to install because of its larger size in comparison to other smaller options out there on the market. So typically, you need at least a 16 kilowatt hour lithium battery when using your favorite AKW hybrid inverter for your project. So with that in mind, this all-in-one unit will allow you to really save because you're not going to be spending money on the DC balance of system cabling and the labor costs that it'll take when you're trying to do the same thing with many smaller batteries in the same arrangement. Also, a good benefit of the eVault is, for those of you in California, it is the largest battery approved on the SCHIP incentive at 17.7 kilowatt hours AC. Now, here on my left, we have the eFlex. This is the eVault's younger sibling. This is the newest product that we have here at Fortress. It's a 5.4 kilowatt hour unit and is more of a modular approach. Some key features of this unit including being stackable up to 80 kilowatt hours. It is also rated an IP65 rating with an aluminum enclosure, so this can be installed outdoors. Both the eVault and the eFlex come with a smart BMS to handle large power output and fast charging and discharging, all while protecting the battery and the battery cells. I will want to note that it is useful on residential projects where the batteries are in basements or in other difficult areas to reach, as well as smaller remote applications like RVs or even the telecommunications space. It can also be used in larger applications like in IT server rooms. The cool thing about this eFlex here to my left is that it can be installed on the floor, on the wall, or even in your standard server rack. So next up, I'd like to introduce John, who is our applications engineering guru, who'll be diving into these a little bit more and some of the different features that they have. So stay tuned.
Thanks, Alex. Hi, everyone. Batteries are the most expensive component in a solar array, so we don't want to leave anything to chance. Here at Fortress, we have an inverter testing wall as well as a solar array on our roof, where you'll find all of your favorite battery inverters, Outback, SMA, even Victron is on our inverter wall. That's important because lithium-ion batteries have a more narrow voltage range than unsealed flooded lead acid. And so we do testing in-house to know precisely how each individual battery inverter charges up the cells in our batteries. The more precisely you can control that charging and discharging process, the longer life you'll get out of your lithium-ion batteries. And so with that in mind, I want to introduce two terms that solar installers may not be familiar with. There's closed-loop communication and open-loop communication. So open loop is when you are programming the battery inverter yourself, plugging in all the different voltage settings for charging, discharging, float, bulk, absorb time, all of that data. Closed loop shares an incredible amount of information between the battery management system and the battery inverter, which essentially eliminates all of that programming. But in addition to that, closed loop communication provides incredibly precise controls so that you'll get the most out of your battery. Getting the most out of the battery extends in our design philosophy beyond just programming to the hardware itself. So within our battery management system, you will find hardware that you won't find with most battery management systems. Our BMS not only monitors cell voltage, it also disconnects. But beyond that, what we have found is that 48-volt whole house battery systems are incredibly high amperage. And the traditional way to control amperage in a BMS, which is MOSFETs, are not suitable for high amperage systems. So instead, we use digital processor controls to get you better quality within the battery management system itself. Now, our BMS is also Internet of Things ready, which means it has Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. And when you combine closed loop communication with Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, that means not only can you monitor the battery status online, but often you can monitor the battery status within the app of the battery inverter manufacturer themselves. So all that information you will increasingly find in one spot using not just our own app, but also the apps of your favorite battery inverter manufacturers. Now, some other hardware features that you'll find, the eFlex, one thing that's pretty cool is on the side here, it has emergency air valve. I had never seen that on a battery before. What this means is that if the battery, say there is a fire, normally your battery would swell. Well, this thing will have its emergency release valve, release a little bit of its gas, and that means this can be subject to high heat without destroying the battery itself before a calamitous event would occur. Also within our eFlex, just the design itself is good for radiative heating. That's why we have these extra ridges. On top of that, an insulated base so that you can set it directly onto a concrete slab if you're doing a floor mount. So a lot of advanced features built into our batteries because we have the solar installer in mind. Again, I really like the eVault. It's a very cost-effective system for residential storage. It has a breaker built right into it so that you can land directly onto the battery inverter, eliminating the need of substantial DC balance of system materials such as battery combiners and the associated hardware that can kind of bog down the installation. When you combine this package with closed loop communication, that means you spend very little time in the field actually installing and programming so you can get on and off the job site so much more quickly. So all of this testing is very involved, as well as maintenance and product development. We do all that in the United States. Feel free to give us a call. In fact, we're here to answer your questions live right now. But you can also call us at any time.
All right. If you guys have any questions, you can either unmute yourself or you can use the chat feature. Hold on, 1 second. Nope, nobody. That's it. I guess nobody has any questions. This completes our presentation. If you have any questions, please, oh, hold on. Where can I purchase the battery?
Alex, do you want to take that one?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you go to www.fortresspower.com, as seen on that whiteboard behind us when we were presenting, there is a where to buy section. So you can always open to go to where to buy section, find your local distributor in your area, and then inquire to them.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay, another question came up. Oh, all right. You can purchase it from all CED locations as well. Oh, how long is the NABCEP coupon valid for? That's a good question. It's going to be valid for until October 31st. All right. Any other questions? And just in case you don't know, if you go to Fortress Power homepage on the NABCEP platform, we do have an application for a coupon code that you can register for, and we will send you a promo.
Hi guys, thank you. Just to let everyone know, the next presentation is by Tygo Energy. If you go to their exhibitor booth, you'll find their presentation starting in 2 minutes. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.